Going first in the rotation is Great Britain's Joe Fraser, who qualified second. From Chinese Taipei, Tang Chong will go second. Japan's Tanigawa will go third for the man who turned 25 on Thursday. Ilias Georgiou, fresh from the parallel bars final into the horizontal bar final, will go fourth in the first rotation. From Egypt, heads the cheer. Ahmed Elmaraghy will go first in the second rotation. Ilias Georgiou from Cyprus will go sixth. He qualified fourth. This is the man who qualified top, Angel Barajas, with that incredible D score of 6.80. And Robert Tvorogal of Lithuania, the 29-year-old from Vilnius, will go last. He had the best execution in qualifying and qualified third overall, did Tvorogal. Do not discount him, not only for a place on the podium, but indeed for a gold medal. The athletes, having been introduced, will line up in front of the judges. We'll acknowledge the judges and then on to the warm-ups and then the final proper. For each final, 4 athletes will go in the first rotation after a warm-up, and then an opportunity for the next 4 to go after a brief warm-up. Egypt's Elmaraghy, Georgiou of Cyprus, a reminder that this is an Olympic year where apparatus World Cup points are awarded to gymnasts who place among the highest on each apparatus at each event. Gold wins you 30 points, silver earns you 25, bronze 20, fourth place 18 points, all the way down to 16th place, which earns you a single ranking point. The World Cup Series consistently rewarding consistent athletes who demonstrate excellence throughout the series. The final ranking points, though, take into account a gymnast's best 3 performances of 4 in the series. Rotation 1 sees Joe Fraser, Tang Chong, Tanigawa and Ilias Georgiou go in this horizontal bar final. Elmaraghy of Egypt will go in the second rotation. There is much excitement about his performance. The man who sometimes struggles to deliver in finals. He came off on the final in Cairo last year. He came off the apparatus. But among the gymnasts aiming to qualify for the final, for some they're looking for individual places within their country's teams that have already qualified for the Olympic Games. 20 Olympic berths up for grabs through the FIG Apparatus World Cup Series. So the top 2 eligible performers on each apparatus in the series will earn Olympic berths. It seems as if the World Cup Series has only just begun. We're into the final apparatus in Cairo, one of the great cities of the world. And one of the giant mega cities of the world. A country with an incredible history. And this World Cup Series always producing history, whether it's breakthroughs, whether it's upsets, whether it's establishing status. As a gymnast, certainly Cairo has delivered. And in this Olympic year, it's been rather extraordinary that almost 300 gymnasts from over 70 countries entered to participate at these championships. That's almost twice as many as last year. Ilias Georgiou just with a final bit of warm-up before we get into the horizontal bar final proper. Joe Fraser of Great Britain will be first to go. Ahmed Elmaraghy of Egypt, man from Alexandria, a city formed by the great Macedonian general Alexander the Great in years gone by, famed for its library, which has been rebuilt over the years and still exists as one of the landmarks in Alexandria. Chinese Taipei's Tang Chong, very talented all-around gymnast, just warming up ahead of this horizontal bar final. Joe Fraser getting ready. A man who has the second highest difficulty routine in this final, 6.0, but Angel Barajas has an insane 6.8 D score. Joe Fraser of Great Britain qualified second with a 14.300. He goes first in the horizontal bar final. And a man who's upgraded his routine and brings a new polish to Cairo. He has a very, very pleasing combination of release skills, does Fraser. European all-round and parallel bars champion in 2022, world champion on the parallel bars in 2019, three-time Commonwealth Games champion. Did spend much of last year out with injury though. Looking for some good in-bar work before the dismount. That is a very pleasing start for Joe Fraser of Great Britain, the 25-year-old. A big hug for his coach. Lovely from Joe Fraser, and there's a few from the crowd who've just shouted down to Fraser. He's acknowledging some of those positive words. And there's some more from the young Egyptian fans. Joe Fraser, a lovely start. Great catch and release skills in his routine. .300 in qualifying for Joe Fraser for his 6.0 difficulty routine. What does he earn in the final? Just a little wait for Fraser. Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei waiting patiently as well to go, but first we'll wait for the score of Fraser. 14.433, 6.1 difficulty. So a slight improvement in qualification. No, for an intensely talented all-around gymnast. Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei, the 27-year-old, qualified 6th for this final with a 14.030. Only a 5.6 difficulty routine, but he did have the best execution in qualifying. The 2018 Asian Games champion. Just the single Kachev. Now the combination. Looking for a big dismount, and he's nailed it. Tang Chong. He had an injury in early 2022 that took him out for almost a year. And he came back last year, and the Tokyo Olympian has looked awesome here. Some fabulous gymnastics on the horizontal bar for Tang Chong. Beautiful dismount. Former World University Games gold medalist as well. Tang Chong, Joe Fraser's mark, 14.433. Tanigawa Kakeru waits patiently for his turn to go. He qualified 8th for this final. He will go 3rd in the rotation. So Tang Chong waits for his tally, 14.030 in qualification. Tanigawa staying limber. A warm embrace between Tang Chong and Joe Fraser as Tang Chong goes into top spot, 14.500. That's an improvement of nearly half a point in qualification. That's lovely from the Tokyo Olympian. And now for a man from Japan, Tanigawa Kakeru, a man who turned 25 on Thursday. He qualified 8th for this final, 13.830. The younger brother of Wataru. Two-time World University Games champion, 3-time World Championship medalist. Took bronze in Hangzhou at the Asian Games on horizontal bar. And he helped Japan finish with a team silver. Beautiful fluidity. so important to get the catch and release elements right, but to continue that powerful swing throughout. He's going to go for the in-bar work now. Lovely fluid swing. Big dismount as well, and that is wildly applauded, and rightly so, for the man who celebrated his birthday this week. Is there a belated birthday present to come in Cairo for the now 25-year-old Tanigawa Kakeru? A really neatly executed routine. And he'll expect a massive improvement from his qualification score. 13.830 in qualification. Ilias Georgiou of Cyprus just warming up. Staying limber, a little chalk on the hands. And on the grip. Tanigawa, 13.830 in qualification. Tanigawa 14.300, so he goes third, but a big improvement by nearly half a point on qualification. Ilias Georgiou 13.870 in qualification, finished 7th. The reigning Commonwealth Games champion on horizontal bar. Ilias Georgiou, 24-year-old from Cyprus, in his second final today. Gets off to a frantic start. Oh, just misses the catch. He may have landed awkwardly as well, but he gets up, thankfully, walking without any discomfort. His head drops, but he is a very fine gymnast who's represented Cyprus so splendidly over the years. Back on the bar to complete his routine. He's never won an FIG World Cup gold medal. But he's continued to impress with some very, very scintillating routines. And a prodigious talent. And a marvellous recovery after that fall for Georgiou. Ilias Georgiou, that is. Marios to go in the second rotation. He can take pride in that comeback. A little fist bump from Marius Georgiou for Ilias Georgiou. Look at the amplitude on his releases. It is fantastic to watch. Such a pity that he did take the fall, but showing just what he can do after getting back up on the high bar. Ilias Georgiou, the Commonwealth Games champion, 13.870 in qualification. Waits for his score while Ahmed Elmaraghy of Egypt is warming up. He'll be first to go in the second rotation. And the Egyptian looking to delight on home soil. There's Marius Georgiou warming up. Four athletes to go in this horizontal bar final, including Ahmed Elmaraghy of Egypt. Elmaraghy, Georgiou, Barajas and Tvorogal, the four athletes remaining in this horizontal bar final. Ilias Georgiou, having recently concluded his routine, rehydrating as well. Score of 12.900 for Ilias Georgiou, who came off the bar, so his execution score down by nearly a point in qualifying. Robert Tvorogal last to warm up before the second rotation begins. And that man representing Egypt will start the second rotation. One of only a handful of Egyptian gymnasts to make the final at this Cairo World Cup leg. Last year, Cairo was the final leg of the World Cup series. In 2024, in this Olympic year, it is the first leg of the series. The series will next visit Cottbus in Germany next weekend, and then Baku in Azerbaijan in early March, and then conclude in Doha in Qatar mid-April. And athletes, I remind you, are looking to continue earning qualification points to potentially get to Paris. But in an Olympic year, though, watching the World Cup series is always a delight. The process that started at the 2022 World Championships, it'll only end after continental qualifiers in May this year. And continental championships. So, time for the final four athletes to go on this final apparatus final in Egypt. And it is Egypt's Ahmed Elmaraghy. Ahmed Elmaraghy of Egypt. On home soil, the 28-year-old from Alexandria, who took high bar bronze in Doha last year to claim his first World Cup medal. Set to take to the horizontal bar here. Now this is a gymnast who is very agreeable to watch. He's got a lovely supple swing. He's got some wonderful release elements as well. Kasina. And a few Kachev releases as well. Lovely combinations. Looking for the big dismount. Well, that reaction tells the story. A dedicated athlete has delighted his home fans. Ahmed Elmaraghy looking to get himself on the podium, perhaps, with that routine. And for an individual who has sometimes struggled to deliver in finals, he has absolutely nailed it on home soil. Lovely form. His catch and release sequences, so very assured. Looking for that full twisting double layout dismount. Over the years that served him so well. Now I'll wait for the score. Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei leads with 14.500. Bronze medal position currently 14.3. Unfortunately, he's just shy of the bronze medal. Ahmed Elmaraghy 14.233, difficulty of 5.7, but his execution 8.533. That's a good improvement from his qualification. Now Ilias Georgiou of Cyprus, 26-year-old, qualified fourth for this final with 14.130 did Ilias Georgiou. The first gymnast from Cyprus to win a gold medal at the European Championships when he took the horizontal bar gold at the 2022 European Champs. Also an excellent parallel bars and floor specialist, Georgiou. Sometimes goes for a little risk in reward. Generally lovely presentation in his routine. But this is a gymnast who is very much within the anything is possible category. Strong finish from Georgiou. Very nicely done. That was stupendous. Now in qualifying, he scored 14.130. Angel Barajas readies himself. Ilias Georgiou waiting for his score. So Ilias Georgiou watching on. He liked his performance, but he will go 5th through 6 gymnasts. Ilias Georgiou with a 14.233. Now for Angel Barajas. Scored 14.530 in qualifying, the 17-year-old. He had a disappointing parallel bars final, but this is arguably his best event. The teenager from Colombia. The man with the highest D score in this final by almost a full point, 6.80. Angel Barajas begins his horizontal bar routine. He's been working on a high difficulty series in his routine. Oh, his combinations are so very impressive. Is this his moment? The junior world champion on parallel bars and floor, but an incredible horizontal bar performer who's still making his senior debut at this World Cup leg in Cairo. The Kovac to Coleman combination, splendid. Angel Barajas, a man who aims to win Olympic and World Championship titles, maybe on course for a World Cup title. The mark 14.5 to beat. There's Ilias Georgiou, his score 14.233. Just look at his combinations. The Kovac-Coleman combination and then the Stolder-Kachev late in the routine. It's those combinations that really make the difference. Get him the high difficulty score and earn him the points. 14.530 in qualifying. He needs to beat 14.500 to go top, with one competitor to go. Robert Tvorogal of Lithuania will be last to go in the horizontal bar final. Angel Barajas, 6.6 difficulty in the end, a 7.8 execution, so 14.400. That leaves him third, and if Tvorogal can produce the 14.4 or better, he could displace Barajas on the podium. 14.5 leads the way. Joe Fraser's 14.433 is second. Robert Tvorogal now, the 29-year-old from Vilnius in Lithuania, last to go. He had the joint best execution in qualifying. He had success in Cairo before. He's won the parallel bars and horizontal bar bronze. That was back in the Challenge Cup series in 2021. A very tall gymnast, but he also generates enormous height in his elements. Well, he is majestic at his best. Tvorogal, the first Lithuanian artistic gymnast to win a gold medal at the European Championships when he claimed victory on horizontal bar in 2020 in Mersin, Turkey. But a good dismount for the Lithuanian gymnast. Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei, 14.5 is his leading mark. Joe Fraser, 14.433 and 14.400 for Angel Barajas of Colombia. Tvorogal usually connected Kachev release skills. So Tvorogal, 14.130 in qualification as he qualified third, but to go into third position here he'd need to beat 14.400 and 14.233. Tvorogal finishes fifth, and that means gold to Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei. Joe Fraser takes silver, and Angel Barajas of Colombia a very fine bronze medal. Josimar Calvo, one of the legends of Colombian gymnastics, comes over to congratulate Barajas. Confirming the results of the horizontal bar final, Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei, 14.5, wins gold ahead of Joe Fraser of Great Britain, who takes the silver. Angel Barajas with his first World Cup medal, and it's bronze in the high bar. Tanigawa Kakaru just off the podium. Elmaraghy of Egypt, the same as both Tvorogal and Georgiou of Cyprus. The medalists and presenters making their way out for the horizontal bar final. Medalists from Colombia, Great Britain and Chinese Taipei. Steve Butcher, the FIG honorary president, will present the gold medal. His first World Cup medal on his World Cup debut, the 17-year-old Angel Barajas of Colombia with a 14.400 earns him bronze. In an Olympic year, this is a big result for Joe Fraser of Great Britain, the 25-year-old, scoring 14.433 with a very pleasing combination of release skills. Joe Fraser takes silver. But a man who had the best execution in qualifying is top of the podium after the final. Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei takes gold with a score of 14.500. A man who knows how to win. An Asian Games champion, a World University Games champion. An incredibly talented gymnast. But this is a star of the future, Angel Barajas, World Junior Champion. In parallel bars and floor, but excellent on horizontal bar today. Now for the national anthem of Chinese Taipei. Excellence on display throughout the 2 days of finals here in Cairo for this first World Cup Series leg of 2024. It's an Olympic year and there's much excitement at stake. Confirming the medalists in the men's horizontal bar final. Angel Barajas of Colombia with bronze, Joe Fraser of Great Britain silver, and gold to Tang Chong of Chinese Taipei. And that concludes then the FIG Artistic Gymnastics Apparatus World Cup 2024 opening leg in Cairo. Do join us next weekend for the World Cup leg in Cottbus, Germany. And as the medalists depart, so do we. I hope you've been wowed by the great excitement in each and every one of these finals. Veterans return, promising youngsters enhanced their elite status, and new athletes have certainly announced themselves. But after 2 days of qualification and 2 days of finals, the opening World Cup leg in Cairo is complete.